Hello, this is Meta, and this is the stream where I talk about everything besides the drawing itself. Tonight, we are going to be getting back into the swing of things, because, man, I have not been doing too hot these last couple of, well, weeks, really. And, I just really needed to get back into this, and, I don't know. I fixed all the technical issues because my fucking computer decided that it didn't want to hold any more files, which is crazy because I don't use it that often. I use it like once a week, really, I do. So, yeah. I am gonna be drawing Jinx and Zyra tonight. Mostly because it'll be relatively easy. I guess, I don't know. And then we get to talk about all the new things related to League and stuff, yippee. I know that next week I want to do a big ghost stream, definitely. Though, I guess tonight you guys are gonna help me decide if we want to do Blackout or another one, or another, like, theme or whatever. I have been seriously. I guess I should probably talk about it, but it's hard to, I guess. So it feels hard to talk about in a weird way. But, I'm feeling much better than I did. So, that's something, right? It's been like a good minute since I've done this. Let's see. Oh, the new Fright Night stuff is pretty cool. Yeah, let's see. Though I should probably talk about Fiend Queller or something. I just don't stand it. I really don't. I mean, like, I get the basic, like, very basic tenets of it. Let's see. Drawing skinny people is always a challenge, so I'm just gonna. I think it's mostly because they look so weirdly. They've got such lanky, weird proportions when they're very skinny or whatever. But I mean, that makes them very unique. I mean, Jinx is probably the first female champion we've had with a unique body type that wasn't like a mythical creature. I am not ready for the chronically online takes about her. God. I need reference. Let's see. It's funny that she's the reason why I got into League in the first place. Well, I never played it, but like I knew of it because of Jinx. She's such a marketable character in that sense, because I can always recognize her. I can always see her and be like, yeah, that's a League character. And I don't think I really did that with other League characters that were like that. I don't know if I want to do her, like, true to League fit or her arcane fit. I mean, I guess they're both actually now canon in some way. Mm. Jinx is only, like, very slightly dated. I don't really fucking know. I guess maybe I should do, like, thumbnails or whatever. God, I have no fucking clue what I'm supposed to be doing right now. Jinx is such a, like, specific kind of character. Can't. Kind of like it like this. Drawing Jinx is hard because there's so many better artists out there who have, like, dedicated their lives to drawing this gal. Also, I'm not very good at drawing braids, but I guess I could. But I guess that's kind of the point of these things. God damn. No. Right now I'm just kind of fucking going in with my hands because my goddamn pencil has decided to run out of battery. I guess I should have checked that, but it's always the one thing you didn't check that's always the problem in things, so. Oh, I know what I can do. I enjoy Zombie Slayer Jinx's design quite a bit more. So I think that's what I'll do. It's getting to Halloween anyway. I can never tell what the proper color for her hair is in this fucking skin, but it's always fun. Sort of like, I mean, you can go really hard with Jinx's sort of whole demeanor and appearance. So I guess it makes it more like, I don't want to have a very static feeling image when I'm drawing someone like Jinx. It's crazy that, like, something specifically from Riot Forge, besides, like, the Ruined King game, is gonna be specifically canon. Though I never really understand what part of that game is, like, specifically, well, what part of Ruined King is canon, actually. Kind of like, I want her to be sort of like doing some of this. Oh, fuck now. This is gonna be. This is just. I mean, this is kind of like how my week's been going. A full struggle all the way down. There's no time for anything else but constant, utter struggle. I like Jinx has a really fun sort of face. She's got very sunken eyes. And like a really like it's a very specific face, so you can't just like not like I don't really like making her specifically anime pretty because she has like a different thing going on. It doesn't, like, when you make a face on Jinx that's not like absolutely manic looking in some way, shape, or form, it really just doesn't read as Jinx anymore. And I think that that sort of character focused face should be, you know, a little bit more common with like female champions at least. It's like not specifically hard to do, but like I can always like tell when it's a Jinx skin, whereas like it's a little hard when it's someone like Riven. She changes her base structure every fucking skin she has. God, this sucks. I'm also like, I guess what I'm gonna do is make a zombie Zyra skin. And really, Zyra's problem is the fact that she just looks way too human for what she is. She should look uncanny and weird more than anything. She's the Forest's wrath. Or at least incorporate some more venomous plants instead of, like, you know, your carnivorous plants instead of whatever the fuck's happening most of the time. I mean, you can make Zyra sexy. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying, stop being such cowards about it. I don't fucking understand. Give her more. She's so fucking boring. There's like barely anything to distinguish her from other female champs in splash arts besides the fact that she's gotten vines. And I think that's the main thing, is that she's sort of like, she's got an Alawi problem when it comes to skins, where they have to like skin her vines and then her. They were in lesbians, I don't fucking know. Something like this, where she's the bombastic face and she's the calm, I don't know, the calm pillar, you know, the let's see. Mischievous fucking gremlin ass grin. And it's crazy. I could have sworn that Jinx, Zombie Slayer Jinx had a fucking chainsaw. I guess she doesn't. It's crazy. I could have sworn she does. I guess that's Pantheon. But still. This Jinx leans more scene, more grunge than she does lean into, cause Zaun's very punk, in its aesthetics. So this is kind of like this is sort of different in that kind of section. See. I just like when they try and make Jinx's face like too pretty, I guess. She's a cartoon character more than other champions of her ilk. She's silly. She's not supposed to be a model. I mean, yes, she can look cute. She can look gorgeous. But, you know, you have to keep that. You have to keep what makes her her, you know? It feels like you're making, like, a completely different character if you don't. No, this is all being done with my fucking fingers, so this is great, you know, really fucking masterclass in how I'll be drawing when I get like arthritis or whatever. Just kidding, I will just find a different fucking way. But maybe this is how I'll do it. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't fucking know what's happening here. Oh, I could probably just make like a haunted Zyra. but like better. Though I'm not really quite sure what the fuck. Like, Haunted Zyra is more of like a statue. I'm really not quite too sure what the fuck is happening with that. I really don't. Mushrooms growing out of her face. That'll work. Or whatever. It's really a weird glam zombie. I don't fucking know. God. I don't know, like a sort of like corpse bride sort of look. I don't know. I'm kind of just making shit up as we go. I don't know, her pulling her away from the explosion could be fun. Jeez. I don't know if this is the exact kind of look I want to go for, though. Ah, hello. Hello, Caravan. Running to the stream with toast in my mouth. How you doing? I have, like, not been doing so hot as these past couple of fucking weeks, man. But I am trying to survive, kind of. Alright, we're back to the pen. After all this time. I want her to, like, be this sort of, like, zany, lanky piece of the picture, and then Zyra is her, like, tall, dark woman support. Reference to her death pose. Honestly, same. But we keep on trying. Tired, tired, tired. Yeah, so true, so true. Let's see. Oh. I probably couldn't muster up energy to stream either. You, so just do your best and have fun arting while you're here. Yes. Hello, so we are trying to. Oh, well, no, I crashed out like last week. Yep. I have been just really fucked. It hasn't even just been being tired or whatever. Like, I've just been, like, sick, and then, like, it sounds totally fucked up, but, right, I've been going through some serious withdrawal symptoms. It's because I forgot to fill out my my Lexapro medication prescription when I moved. So I've just been it's not been good. Anyway, let's see. Right now we're trying to draw Zombie Slayer, Jinx, and Zyra. Mostly because I think it'll be fun. Okay. We've got new skin lines to talk about, so I guess I'll talk about fucking that, I guess, yeah? Yeah. Oh, nice. I forgot. No, Zyra doesn't even have a Zombie Slayer skin. I'm just making one up because I wanna. I'm just making up a zombie skin for Zyra. Technically, apparently, Haunted Zyra is supposed to be a zombie skin, but she looks like a statue, so I'm not really too sure what the fuck is happening. We'll talk about Fright Night, but right now I'm just gonna try and explain to you what the fuck is happening, because I don't understand Fiend Queller. I really don't. I'm not even really quite, like, I think it's supposed to be Chinese fashion, and they're also, like, demon hunters, or maybe they're demon, like, lawyers. I could not tell you. I could not tell you what the fuck is happening in that goddamn skin line, actually. I mean, like, Swain looks really good in that. Pike looks really good in it. I just don't exactly know what we're doing. I think it's supposed to be Chinese formal wear, but I really couldn't tell you the through line. I really couldn't. I'm not really. I know that Yone is supposed to be the legend. I think it's either Yone or what's the other, Varus. Varus is also supposed to be like a legendary. But these skins are for Wild Rift. I don't really know what the fuck is happening over there. So I don't fucking know. I really don't fucking know. Let's see. Though Fright Night, it's always such a delight. It I think it's also just like the texture work that really helps out like other champions that might not have the best like models or whatever. Cause like Fright Night Nautilus is one of the better skins he's had in like ages. Same with like Draven. Draven's model is fucking ancient looking, but it looks a lot better because of all the spell effects and everything like that. Knobbly little fucking limbs. Skinny people are hard to draw, man. They really are. Because you have to like go, oh no, they have like such a, can't even fucking do that, like what the fuck. Let's see. Renata was beautiful, just truly beautiful in that skin line. Let's see. Annie worked pretty well. So did let's see, Trundle. Like I completely forgot that like he was so transformed because he was like a wolf man in that skin line that it was like crazy. Don't like to fight this. What the fuck? Honestly, Renata skins have yet to miss. Love her. Yeah. Oh my fucking god. Gotta wake up for work in 4 hours, so have a good stream. Thank you, Morrow. Appreciate you, and all you do. Me and my, this is going straight to my freaking Lexapro donation stack. Oh god. I'm joking, but it's serious. Oh god. But yeah, Renata skins are really, really good. Like, seriously. She hasn't even been in any filler skin lines, really. Like, god, I do not like battle queens. Like, I feel like they could go pretty well for, like, champions. But they never pick, like, an interesting, like, they never go with, like, a historical dress theme for them. They just go with, like, general princess attire, and it just ends up being it's so bland. It's just like you typed in the words queen or princess and you copied the first result, really. And that's not, and like it's so hard because you see the designers go like for the concept art, and you see like No, they had better ideas. Riot just was like, nah, ship, ship the other fucking thing. It's so sad. Let's see. Uh, though with Fright Night or whatever, I like really every this batch of Fright Night skins really hit it out of the park. I really, really enjoy them. Yeah.
Testing Brian's spiritual voice. Testing, testing.
Yeah, no, we're good on that. Sometimes TTS will decide not to fucking work, but that's because I will have forgotten to put it on a different scene. Or they updated it without me fucking looking at it, or whatever, I don't know. So, like, this. Me when I wanna smooch the fucking whores. I don't fucking know. Me when I'm a whore for the whores. I don't know. Let's see. But yeah, let's see. Fright Night. Like, God, Zeri hasn't really had very many, like, good, solid skins yet. I mean, sure, we've got, like, Immortal Journey Zeri, which, like, almost makes it. But, like, the fact that she has a gun just really, it really, like, it hinders a lot of skins because a lot of the time, well, you can't make a gun look less like a gun unless you're really, really trying. And that can be difficult or whatever, especially for that thing. I'm gonna be real, I got way too excited for other Fright Night skins for Vagar, so I didn't bother checking out the other skins. I really do recommend you go and check the other ones out, because they're really good. Like, Fright Night Nunu is such, like, God, Nunu skins never fucking miss. They never miss, and it's, like, the most, like, you know, I'm really jealous of, like, Nunu players, because they just, they know what to do with him every single time. And I guess it's because, like, Boy and, like, a big monster can work in so many different ways. And it's just so much fun. In this one, Nunu is the monster under the bed. And they put, well, sorry, Willamp is the monster under the bed. And Nunu is, like, this Pajama Sam, like, camper kid. Who keeps on summoning horrors behind like, beyond his comprehension. It's really cute. Like, their snowball is, like, a big pile of, like, dirty clothes that have been on the floor and have presumably been under the bed or whatever. Which is just, it's just such a good idea. They even have, like, a little bed texture, like, built onto Willamp. And it's just so good. It's just so, like, it's so, so good. Like, God, like, if, to be honest, like, before I saw Vagar, like, I could, like, you could tell me that was the legendary, you know? And I would fucking believe you, too. Like, oh my god, it's such a killer concept. I wasn't, like, too thrilled about, like, Pike, Fishman Pike. But, you know, I really do kind of enjoy the fact that he's, like, a creature from the Black Lagoon. And his job is as a lifeguard, but he is a summer camp lifeguard, so he doesn't fucking save fucking anyone. And he's just chilling. It is kind of fun. I really like the fact that they don't have to be traditionally, like, handsome with Pike necessarily, so they get to have more fun with more weird features, and I appreciate that. I enjoy the fact that he is technically the fan service skin of the series, and he is done like that or whatever. Hello, Frown. Yes, Spooky Dance Vagar. It's really great that they, like, the fact that if you spam that emote, you just get Spooky Dance. I mean, like, it's such a perfect, like, it's such a, like, a perfect reference for Vagar, specifically. At least I think so, anyway. Let's see. But yeah, Vagar is like, I wasn't like, sometimes it's hard for me to be sold on a Vagar skin, because he's kind of very similar to like what's worked before, which is, you know, he looks similar to Elderwood Vagar, just very slightly, because of his general appearance or whatever. And, you know, it works, but, you know, I was like, this kind of is like that. But, God, it's so hard to like, resist Scott McNeil's voice or whatever. Good time to save RP as well, since 41 price sub of RP in Vietnam is just, oh my fucking god, man. Jeez. Riot just loves exploiting the working class. I don't even know. Pied Piper as vocal cords. Pied Piper as vocal cords. Like, seriously, man. God. I mean, like, he's the voice of Final Boss Vagar and of LOR Vagar. And, like, LOR Vagar really, like, God, like, Yordles kind of live and die on their voice acting or whatever. So it's really important to have, like, a really specific kind of voice for like Vagar. It's kind of like if Kled wasn't voiced by Kled or whatever, you know? If Kled had Heimerdinger's voice, for example, you know? He would be so weird, and he would be such a strange character. You would be like, he's saying one thing, but I'm not really feeling it. And, you know, it's a really good way of going, yes, these voices can be used for their jokes, but they can be used for telling, like, a character specific story. You know, like, you can tone down Kled, you can tone down a Vagar into something else too, which is important. You can't just be that all the time, but you can't just sound like a regular person, you know? What if Fright Night Vagar Corrosion into Fiddlesticks Ego? Oh, that's pretty good. I mean, like, To be fair, they are linked. I mean, fucking fantastic, honestly. I can't even. I was so. I was like, what the fuck is Vagar even supposed to be before, like, his voice lines came out? And he's like a haunted tree that gets burnt for firewood, but only the twigs are burnt because, you know, there's small little fucking campers burning, like, getting wood. They're not grabbing large branches. So of course they would pick up twigs for their fire. They wouldn't pick up branches, but God, like, the fact that, like, each of them have, like, very, like, each Vagar interpretation that has a voice has, like, just a slightly different pitch and range, and, like, they're doing something, like, kind of different, but they're still dramatic and weird little fucking guys. I just, it's just so fucking good, you know? Like, the fact that this Vagar is, like, genuinely spooky, like, would freak out a fucking kid if you saw this, just, like, coming at you, or whatever, is really great. But also, he is still Vagar. He still does narrate things very loudly, even though even though it would be way more effective to be quiet. But Vagar doesn't want to fucking do that because he's Vagar, you know? Crash Bandicoot, oh my god. Hello. Hello, Golden. So nice to see ya. Kind of like, good. There we are. God. I hit it here. Oh my goodness gracious, that emote. Hello, Golden. Jeez. So we're having fun over here. Why is Jinx only, like, she's one of the most unique styled women in League of Legends, and I'm glad that she, like even in, like, more pretty skins, she tends to keep her weird ass fucking face. Like, I appreciate that. It's something that, like, is important to me. Because she's not Jinx if she doesn't have that fucked ass face. So, like, it's just, it's not the same. Anyway, God, I love these last few Fright Night skins have been really fucking good. I was gonna talk about Zeri and I went the fuck off track or whatever, but Zeri being, like, a Frankenstein, like, character is so good. It's just, like, in the way that they recontextualize her big coat into a lab coat, and, like, her little gun as, like, a little, what's it called, electrolysis, not electrolysis machine, defibrillator. It's kind of like an old-timey defibrillator. It's really, really good. Zeri 2 Golden Paint is just a copy paste from Echo. Golden Paint, what? I mean, like, her and Echo have very similar things going on, and I think that they just wanted to capture the success of, like, that kind of Zon kid or whatever. And, like, to be honest, she's not very interesting, but that's also because she has, like, compared to Echo, who has so much going for him, it's just hard to compete. Like, it's like, how could you ever, like, you can't make someone that similar or whatever without running into a few things or whatever. Anyway, oh, also, I really do like the fact that they gave her, like, these big, swirly, chunky glasses. And, like, her hair is really fun as this whole thing. It's just, like, a really fun vibe. I don't... Okay, oh... She's got the Prestige, and the Prestige looks good. It's just also, I'm not really too sure about the crystal hair. I know it's a reference, like, the white part is supposed to be a reference to Bride of Frankenstein. It's just kind of weird. And she's more spider-themed in that one, but we don't get much spider theming. Like, she doesn't like, it's like we have shifted into a very ultra-themed character into a very basic depiction of goth and emo trends. And I feel like we can do more than that, you know? Like, I guess it's what Riot was comfortable with shipping, so I can't be too mad at the designers or whatever. It's something, like, up above, you know? But that's the only one of these batches that I'm really bad or whatever. The Shaco one, I'm sorry to say, is that Blitzo from Alabama. Yeah, people have made that exact comparison, that and Tumblr Sexy Man, and it is just kind of fucking funny because it's true. He has that exact thing. Yes, while Prestige is supposed to be pushing higher fashion, I feel like base Fright Night Zeri is a lot more striking. Exactly. And higher fashion things can be scary. A lot of high fashion things are kind of fucking spooky things. But the high fashion that Prestige, like the Riot wants to push, is very basic, like mid-high fashion. We're not going for crazy, weird art pieces. So we're going for very, like, we're going for sort of couture, but not really. Because high fashion can be really fucking weird, because you can do whatever the fuck you want with that much money, really. But, yeah, I guess what they wanted to do is keep it looking from, like, too costumey, or whatever, which I get, but, I mean, like, even if you were going full goth girl, go full goth girl. Like, she isn't even wearing very goth makeup, really. I mean, and to be fair, a lot of subcultures have very specific dress requirements and different levels of makeup, and I'm not really exactly quite sure what fashion aesthetic Riot was supposed to be hitting. So, who fucking knows? But yeah, back to Shaco or whatever. Shaco has been having more, like, better skins as of recently, which is good in some aspects. But in others, it's just, it's hard to say that, like, because I think what they wanted to do was make an appealing, creepy skin for Shaco, considering the fact that he's a doll, he's a creepy clown. I love that new episode. Shaco kills our horny fan girl slash boy slash whatever. Oh, God. But yeah, he does end up straying into the Tumblr sexy man archetype. It was kind of funny. I didn't watch that short or whatever. I mean, I've been meaning to, but it's just like a thing of like, Hell of a Boss isn't something I watch very frequently. It's something I watch every once in a while to be like, wow, this animation's so good, man. It's crazy. I can't wait to see like what's happening, I guess. I don't know. Shaco was like, for this next trick, I'll make you disappear, and then the woman died. I feel like Shaco just needs to be more off-putting. Cause like cause you don't need to make Shaco. You don't need to make Shaco sexy, okay? And I think that's a thing that happens in like some of his skins, like a little bit. Like Arcanist Shaco is like I can accept. Arcanist Shaco is like David Bowie Labyrinth type of weird but kind of sexy. I can deal with that, you know? They need to be slightly more uncanny. Less the Joker, yeah. Like, I want him to, like, move and react like a rag doll or whatever. Like, I want him to have such, like, a natural movement. I think it would be so good. It would be so good. I'm the Joker, baby! Thy Shaco, yeah, no. Spirit Fighter Shaco deserved to dip into that type of sexy, but making him Skellington Jason made him more the obvious choice. Yeah, exactly. Like, I really do love Spirit Fighter Shaco's design. It's really good, and it makes sense for the kind of character he is. Like, of course, because, you know, those kinds of clown characters that are kind of weird but kind of sexy are always in fighting games. They're very, very clear. Yeah, they should feel more like malignant and wrong, like Kafka from Final Fantasy VI. You know, like Arcanist Shaco, like, has that sort of Kafka. There we are. Has that sort of vibe where he's like a David Bowie type fucking creature. Like, when you make Shaco human in any aspect, you should make him weird. He should be off-putting, like, at least not traditionally sexy. And Tumblr sexy isn't traditionally sexy, technically, but, God, once you put that fucking guy in a suit, Shaco should never be in a fucking suit unless he looks like a ventriloquist dummy. Unless you put the fucking mouth on him, paint the fucking sauce swirl on him, and make him like a ventriloquist dummy. That's the only time I'm gonna accept Shaco in a suit, because Shaco should not be in a suit. He should be wearing his fucking clown outfit. He's a clown. Yeah, I mean, like, he's the only character in League that is a clown. Make him a fucking clown. It's not that hard. Make him Laughing Jack. Creepypasta. No. In D&D, clown. Or a funny story. Funny clown or Obit Eldritch God. Guys, please, just make him a fucking clown. It's not that goddamn hard. It's really not. Just make him different kinds of clown. It's like they are deliberately not doing that. I mean, like, I guess people just don't understand that clowns can be fucking cool. I don't know, man. Like, jeez. Like, I mean, not really cool, but, you know, weird in a weird way, you know? Laughing Jack is truly a nostalgic trick. I remember that was spooky way back when. No, I remember all the fucking fanfic of, like, this, with the creepypasta mansion. The fucking weird. Yeah, like, use that flower water. Make him tell stupid fucking jokes. I don't know. Make him Make him a clown. Make him a doll. Like, make him walk in an uncanny, unnatural way because he's not human. Because in lore, technically, he's supposed to be like a doll that's reanimated back to life. So make him have doll movements. Make him have more doll skins. It'll be fun. Can we have... Come on, blue sexy man, Jeff. No. Nah, but Arcanist and Shaco feels more like Spellblade Assassin attire, which is okay, yeah. I do honestly think the problem is exacerbated by the fact that IMO, we haven't found out Shaco's niche. Every iteration of Shaco's character fantasy can be done to a much harder degree by someone else, combined with no lore. It can be really hard to draw anything from him. Now, I get the wall of text. No problem. I understand. This is how I send text messages. This is how I send Discord DMs. Because I need to put it all the fuck out there, you know? I can't do short form messages. It's just not my thing. But, yeah, like, they are really afraid to make just go full clown with Shaco. They never seem to want to make him a doll in any iteration or whatever. Or make him, like, specifically a doll. Like, make him specifically this kind of doll. Which I think could be fun, because, like, to be honest, Gwen, well, she is a doll, she doesn't actually have any fucking doll skin. She's not a doll, she's just, like, a cute woman that has giant scissors. So, yeah. I mean, like, Soul Fighter Shaco is a really good example of, like, having that one creepy, weird sort of clown character in a video game, in a fighting game, because there's always, like, one of them. And, like, it's a very specific thing. Like, if you're not very familiar with the genre, you might not get it. But it's there in quite a few of them, which is very specific, and it's really fun. But, like, I guess they are like, I don't know, guys. I mean, Shaco's base appearance is just so nothing. It's just nothing. He doesn't belong to any region. He doesn't have any distinct character traits or whatever. Like, so it's really just hard for him to even have anything. Can we listen to AP Shaco Tentakill? No. You're gonna get cute gone fishing, okay? The clown from Ruina did better than Shaco. I'm glad that you are enjoying Project Moon games, honestly. Yeah. I mean, like, that whole, like, circus or whatever, the 5 o'clock circus from that game, really fucking fantastic use of clown motifs. It's really fucking good. They understand that clowns are fucking creepy as fuck. And they were like, okay, guys, we're gonna take this event from the first game and, like, actually expand on it. Because they actually have, like, lore behind them. And it's really fun. But, like, I'm not even fucking sure if Runeterra has circuses. I really could not tell you if Runeterra has circuses. Or if Runeterra has clowns in it. Like, I've never... Like, does that exist? No clue. No fucking clue. I think that good progression for Shaco Persona is to have him be a jester within the Black Rose. They are shown in LOR to have demons captive, having him be associated with LeBlanc, who also does clone. This would be a cool way to correlate the characters, while also giving the Rose Black a rare W. I think that could be interesting. Personally, I like to put it like, where basically Shaco is, like, I enjoyed the fact that Shaco could be like a possessed doll or whatever. So he is a royal's doll. I'm thinking like Demacia or something like that could be really fun. But we could have him be a Noxian noble's doll that has been thrown away, and then within the stuffing, a demon crawls within, like, inside of the doll itself, and essentially brings it to life, as it were. All of the doll's feelings of rejection and hopelessness, all of its like use as an object, gets turned into fuel for that demon. And that demon could be the demon of mania or frenzy, as it were, because that is on the list or whatever, right? And we could tie it back into Black Rose and stuff like that. It could be really fun. But I enjoy, like, Shaco being something innocent that is corrupted into something that is completely weird or whatever, you know? Completely without remorse or regret or whatever. And it'd be a good way of showing that, yeah, magic can inhabit anything as long as it's got enough memories tied to it. Which is actually the case. So, quite a few things in Runeterra can be magically possessed, as they were. That would be a nice way to connect to demonology. Child, I don't want to play with you anymore, Shaco. Away. Away with you. Replace me with a spaceman toy. I guess the route I'd make him, the Demon's Jester, sounds like a funner epithet. That route would make him the Demon's Jester, which, I mean, like, because him being a toy or whatever and still being a puppet, you know, still being puppeted, even with gaining sentience and gaining the ability to do things, being completely controlled by another thing, it is a really fun way of looking at objects in stories or whatever. It's a very fundamentalist way of looking at it, I guess, but, like, Shaco would have a character arc. There would be things that both Shaco and, well, Shaco wants to do, or whatever. So, like, yes, they might be trapped or working for the Black Rose, as it were, going around and, you know, doing whatever the fuck they're doing or whatever. Going to neighboring kingdoms and entertaining them, something like that. Like, that could be cool in some way. But, like, being an imposter in your own skin is a really fun, like, way of going about things. It's also just, like, a fun, fucked up Pinocchio comparison there. Because at one point, Shaco was loved and was appreciated, but then was cast away and used by everyone else that it came into contact with. And, you know, I guess this might be, like, a fucking FNAF reference, but because, like, ghost slash thing that has no form, that is controlling, like, a cute outer appearance, kind of reads that way, but, I mean, it's just such a good, like, thing. It's such a good trope. Mm. So, I mean, I don't know, man. It's fun. But to be wanted, to be seen, all that can be also a good parallel to, like, what's it called? Darkens, or whatever. Darkens, Celestials, what are they called? The other ones. Low key reminding me of the Pokemon Banette. Love, but then thrown away. The hatred fuels them until. Yeah, I mean, oh, that would give it so much depth. I mean, like, it's actually a pretty. The once loved object that gets thrown away thing is actually a part of Japanese mythology. It is the reason why yokai like umbrellas and lanterns exist, because after a certain number of years that you own an object or whatever, it was believed that they like essentially like grew a soul or whatever, and by throwing them away once they have lost all meaning, lost all use, is that object becomes resentful. So that's why you have to, what's it called? It's actually pretty old. It's why a lot of like Japanese people will make sure that their items are properly thrown away in a sort of like ceremony thing. It's all kind of interesting. I'd really suggest you look it up if you like are interested in this at all. Yeah, Japan created it after Toy Story inspired. uh, Let me cook. Silence. King Viego, aka Roland. I, I is the same story. His wife was the first color before Jin, the Behemoth attacked, and Oriana's Angela. I don't really. I mean, like, I don't really think Isolde would be a very good Black Silence. Not gonna lie. Also, who the fuck would be Argelia in this one? What is Senna Argelia in this one? I don't even know. Who's Nemo? That's the only question I need to know. Who's Nemo? I love that I love that stupid fucking capitalist. See, true. Let's see. But yeah, I mean, like, Shiga really deserves more as, like, an actual character. He's such a product of the time that he was made in. And it sucks to suck, I guess, yeah? Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a problem with a lot of early characters of League, because they just kind of don't have anything to do or go for. Like, especially if they haven't gotten, like, a proper update in LOR or whatever. Let's see. Well, like, an example of this would be, I mean, like, there's a lot of characters that just don't have anything going for them. When's the last thing Maokai did anything on the planet? I guess that would be Ruined King, where Maokai did such and such. But like the Ruined King game was kind of like the nexus point for any fucking character that was like important at all to get like screen time. And like honestly, I will hold it until the day I fucking die, I guess, because it's like the only time where they were like, okay guys, I guess we're just gonna actually put the character's personality into the fucking video game. And everyone was like, okay, yeah. Also, let's give them character development. And everyone was like, yeah. And then it never happened again. It never fucking happened again. Like, I don't even know what the fuck Ari is gonna fucking do anymore. Because her character arc was completely resolved by the end of this fucking game. I mean, it's sweet that they did that, honestly. Very cool. And I'm very happy like, I'm kind of, like, I'm always gonna be smiling at, like, Alawi and Braum and Pike, Yasuo's, all of those people's interactions. And it's funny because I kind of fucking hate Yasuo. I kind of hate Yasuo. But, like, Yasuo in the Ruined King game makes me go, oh yeah, that's why people liked Yasuo. Duh, yeah. And they even made, like, a, like, what if skin if, like, Yasuo had stayed in Bilgewater. Which would have been, like, which is such a cool little concept. Like, I don't fucking understand. And we're never gonna get anything with Miss Fortune ever a fucking gun, because goddamn did they ruin. They went, okay guys, let's have Miss Fortune be Miss Fortune actually in this goddamn game, like be her confident, like very good leader self. And then we decided in the actual Ruined King event that she was just like evil and sexy. And that is the only thing about her that matters. Like, what the fuck? They also fucked up Pike in that one, also. Like, Jesus Christ. Ari's gonna spend the rest of her time as a gay pop star. She should get that bag, man. Peace to all of those. Peace to Ari out there. She deserves it. Apparently she's, like, good friends with Kennen, which is cute. Main reason why Yasuo is hated is because of players. Yasuo and Yone players make me hate Yasuo and Yone. But also it's just because, like, for the most part, he's just kind of boring. Kennen, my goat! He's so good in, like, everything else except for, like, LOR for some reason. Like, LOR and in the game just kind of suck. Lazy writing in the event. Like, Pike isn't a brawler, but they made him like a brawler, like, very stupid sort of person, which is, like, weird because he's not. He's like an assassin. He has an MO. He doesn't just, like, decide at fucking random. He's like, he has, like, emotions and different things. Like, I don't understand. Karthus might be cleaning up after Viego. Please, someone please give him a story. Like, yeah, God, what the fuck is happening with Karthus? Like, I don't think I've heard him talked about, like, at all. Like, he's supposed to be, like, a herald for the dead. He's, like, he should have been in the event, but we didn't do that, I guess. I guess he's supposed to be for Mordekaiser, but like, I feel like Karthus isn't that fucking he's not that picky. He just likes death. Like, I don't understand what's happening. Like, what we're doing here. Like, what's happening. Way, I hate them. Thank God Janitor the ref has to clean up all that mess. W. It's crazy that, like, Janitor Thresh is a thing where everyone, like, making Thresh deliberately sexy is unsexy. It's gross. It's the worst thing you've ever fucking done. And it's true. I hate, like, all versions of sexy Thresh. Even Spirit Blossom Thresh to a certain extent. I'm just like, why did we really need this? Like, you could have just made him a fucking demon. Because he's not sexy. But Janitor Thresh is horny. In, like, a very specific way. Because, like, Thresh isn't, like, this all-encompassing charmer. He's not. He's a fucking... He's a pathetic, wet little fucking man. Okay, let me get up close to this fucking... Thank you. Thank you for that. It's important. I can't drink water at any point during this fucking stream. Nah, I'm just kidding, but, it would be kind of funny if the only time I could drink water during this goddamn stream was if you donated a certain amount. But yeah, like, Thresh is not like a sexy character. He really isn't. He's not he's not attractive. He's a sniveling little fucking coward that likes to steal power for himself. He's not really, like, that's not like an archetype where you're like, oh yeah, like, he's not that kind of, like, dominant sort of force. He's not. And now I could go into, like, why Riot thinks that people think that, like, Thresh specifically should be a horny character. But we would be here for, like, another fucking hour. Okay? Because
Thresh more like ugly.
Like, he's much more attractive when he isn't human. And that's the main thing, is he's way more attractive if he's not human. Like, because I can't ever imagine, like a human Thresh looking hot. He should not be hot. Like, as a human, no fucking way. The only reason why, like monster fuckers will...
Thresh more like you.
It's not even that fucking funny, but it was funny. It's funny. What the fuck is with this goddamn hand? That is the ugliest fucking thing I've ever goddamn seen. It'll be fine. I mean, like, her fingers are straight up broken, so it's fine. It's the ugliest hand I've ever fucking drawn. That's not true. I've drawn worse, but still. And it's like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, but silly goose monster Thresh has way more appeal. Exactly. Like, High Noon Thresh has way more appeal than Spirit Blossom Thresh does. I'm not even fucking talking about, like, whatever the fuck, like, Ruined King Thresh was fucking doing. But yeah, like, him with the flaming skull head is way more attractive than whatever the fuck we're doing over here. Don't give Thresh abs. Main thing. Don't give him abs. This man does not... Like, you don't... There is no possible world in which this man has abs. Okay, it's just, he's not a person that works out. Give him glowing ghost abs. These Ghost Rider fans. I mean, they want to ride on that ghost. Okay, that's gonna kill my. No, I'm not gonna do that, chat. I'm so normal. I'm so normal. Don't worry, chat. I'm so normal, and I'm definitely back on my medication. Yeah. But yeah, that's why I was on stream. I'm so normal. You are drawing League fan art. You know, you're watching someone draw. That's ghosts. What's next, computer? It's crazy, guys. Whenever someone gives me like a hear me out, I'm like, that's so tame. Like I'm like, it's not even like a hear me out, guys. I'm like, that is just a normal human fucking woman with her skin with her skin turned blue. It's like, guys, please. It's not like, you are just not like, I feel like some people's unhinged things are way more different than others. Like, it's like really, it's just so hard to like look at someone seriously and go, oh yeah, my biggest hear me out. See, you know, alien, hear me out, and it's Ari. People are like that though. They're like, she's like a furry, guys. So that's like, she's not even like full furry. Like, it's not even like a thing where it's like, wait, I don't know. But yeah, Xeno alien, like, that is a very common hear me out. But I get that. That is a good hear me out. I get it. I understand. And technically, that is a hear me out. What I would not consider a hear me out is someone like Lady Dimitrescu. That is not a hear me out. That is just a regular fucking woman. Okay? Yes, she has claws. And she's also tall. But, like, that doesn't make it worse. Okay? Like, that's not a hear me out, guys. It's not. She's so strange and monster, guys. This is so crazy. I can't believe it. Like, a hear me out is her monster form, which I would. Okay? That is a would, okay. Personally. But, you know, it's somewhere where people are like, guys, hear me out. Blue Star from LobCorp, hear me out. Like, I understand that one. I understand that. The main thing with a hear me out is people should be able to, like, disagree with you. Hold on, let me check something. But, like, Melting Love is an example of a LobCorp monster where that is not a hear me out. You should not hear me out. I mean, technically that is a fucking black hole, yes. But also, would. Okay. But, like, you know, you can't just go to, like, you know, Melting Love is not a hear me out. She is a traditionally cute slime girl. Yeah, the hear me out part is supposed to make the person ponder on the potential appeal of that creature. Exactly. Like, you can't just be like, yes, here is this woman with slightly different features, but oh no, she's a demon. Yeah, It's not, like, I have to be able to, like, think more than 5 thoughts, okay? Like, one of the craziest hear me outs I've ever heard was Times New Roman. And that's not from, like, a fucking game or anything. No, they were talking about the font Times New Roman. And that had me, like, thinking for, like, a good solid, like 15 minutes. Yes, the font. No character, not, like, no, it's just the font that they said hear me out to. And I said, okay, now, see, that is a hear me out, okay? Yeah, if it's not at least a bit of an eyebrow raise, okay? Like, I have to get this one. And they see a newspaper and they're like, oh my goodness gracious. I mean, to be fair, Objective have been guilty of a little, like, not that much worse, to be quite fair. But, like, I kind of understand, which is, like, the idea of the font itself, which is, like a classy sort of business gentleman type figure, I think is what they're going for. But the fact that I don't know what the exact appeal of this fucking thing is makes it so much more interesting. This is like a true hear me out. I'm like, okay, what makes it sexy? What does this person see that I'm trying to see right now? Well, what is it? I mean, like, some characters you can understand almost immediately what the hear me out about them is. Like with Am or whatever. It's not his character design because he has no character design. But the hear me out comes from either his personality, which is very common, right? And or his voice, which is a very specific masculine voice that they enjoy or whatever, right? Like in that kind of dynamic, what dynamic you could have with a character like Am or whatever. And to be fair, and people are like, oh, he'll torture you for eternity or whatever. But, like, it's, like, so funny that people don't think that the people who are saying hear me out to Am are, like, not aware of that fact. That's the whole fucking point. They wouldn't choose Am if they were, like, if they were doing something else. Like, it's not... Some people just don't understand that other people understand, media points and media literacy. It's not that hard. Like, to me, like, sort of a basic hear me out is like a Pyramid Head or whatever. Because, well, yes, he is technically just, like, I mean, that still is, like, an attractive human torso. Like, sure, I mean, there's ways of, like, understanding that specific fantasy or whatever. And it's really interesting to understand that kind of fantasy or whatever, what they are going for. Hear me out, you are mom. That's crazy. I don't have a you are mom, so... I'm kind of curious. I'm curious. No, that's on me. Let's see. But I think that's the fun of Hear Me Outs, is, like, truly understanding what the fuck OP meant. I feel like I'm the school of Athens. I'm painting whenever we're all here. It's kind of funny. I don't, like, what do you exactly mean by that, Caravan? I'm kind of interested by this. Do you feel enlightened? Or, like, what's happening? We're... God, that's too fucking, even that is like too, there we are, that's more like it. Tube limbs. No. Just straight fucking bone. She has not eaten in a fucking year. I don't. What the fuck am I doing? So stupid. Yes, that's pretty much it. Thinking deeply about internet shit is so fun, especially if everyone's into it. Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it personally. It really truly is. It's a lot of fun when we go into topics like that. Even though technically we have broached this subject a number of times, but you know, it's always such a fun little time or whatever. Because, you know, it's fun to hear everyone's opinions about certain things or whatever. I would never question people wanting to handle the cables of a supercomputer. I mean, that's true. That's so true, honestly. Some people aren't even, like, objective and like certain characters or whatever. Like, GLaDOS is one that a lot of people have, and it's not because they like computers, even though that might be a reason or whatever, but usually it's because of her voice so that people like her, or her design in some cases. And it can't be because of that, but it can also be because of a bunch of other things about the character. And I find that interesting, or whatever. What people find specifically attractive about each character, or whatever. And to be fair, I think I have a certain type of character I like, or whatever. I mean, like, it can be wild or whatever. I guess the kind of character I like and the characters that I find attractive are two different things. Because, while I like Am, I am not, like, deeply attracted to Am, or whatever, as a person. But that's because he is way too masculine for me. He doesn't have any of that, like, energy that I would be looking forward to in a partner. But GLaDOS is kind of that, right up my alley. So is, like, Shodan to a certain extent. Though, like, Shodan is really fucking hard to draw, so I'm not fucking doing that, okay? What the fuck is this song even? What the fuck is that? No. Alright, there we are. Ugh. Was it a good idea to come on stream while after I ate an entire tub of ice cream? No, it wasn't. But I'm off my meds, so it's fine. I haven't been feeling like myself lately, chat. But, you know, I will be medicated soon, so... It's epic. Shodan encounters bug alien species and lovingly calls them insects instead of angrily calling them insects. She's so true. She's so baby girl. For real, for real. She gives me an imaginary smooch on my fuzzy little fucking head, okay? I'm not really a I can fix them person. It's I'm never I can fix them when it comes to characters or whatever. I'm more like I can accept their weird fucking quirks or whatever, and they can accept mine, because I don't think I'm like that horrendous of a person to hang out with. Let's see. What the fuck? Oh, like for some strange reason, I have decided to become a maniac about perfume. I don't know what the fuck happened or whatever because I don't even like because a lot of perfumes actually just straight up fucking nauseate me, and like I don't even really own very many perfumes because of that reason. But like I just can't stop watching them. It's like a weird little thing that like scratches my brain just right, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And like I'm like, ooh, maybe I'll buy this. I mean, I won't. I won't buy it like a $1,500 fucking perfume unless I think I would like genuinely get like use out of it. But man, I, I'm in my, I guess I'm in my fucking fragrance era, which is like a weird fucking sentence to say. Actually, this is kind of interesting. What fragrances do you think I like smelling or whatever? Because I think it's really funny, like exactly what kind of scents I really actually like. You can just call out notes like what I would like to smell like or whatever. Just anything like that, because it's just like a vibe check, I guess. I like making scent head canons for characters. I think like I've always had like a weird thing about this. It's just like more like pronounced, I guess, because I'm like trying to find dopamine in any receptors I can right now, which is like made me become very strange. Well, strange to myself, I guess. Okay, salty beach flavor smell. Salt, salty beach. What do you mean by beach flavor exactly? Because that's an interesting thing. And like technically, I have two very specific scent categories that I like or whatever. Because you're kind of close, but not really. Okay, I'm gonna go now. It's nice to. It was nice to see you, Frown. Enjoy. Enjoy the rest of your night, man. See ya. Wolf ripping. Apple, cinnamon, maybe something similar to that, like cider or wood. That's actually so interesting. Man. Let's see. I want to hear what Caravan means by beach smell, because that is kind of interesting. And you both went in almost completely separate directions, actually, when it comes to this. Because you went with a summer profile and you went with an autumn profile. I guess I will say this, though. I hate the smell of cinnamon. I really do. It's and I also don't like the smell of wood all that much, actually. I don't like the smell of incense either. I like they're way too strong, and like while I think that apple and cider smell good, like they do, like they're very nice scents. I just like they're just way too much. Oh, you'll never beat the cinnamon challenge as a mate. Well, yeah, I wouldn't get that far into cinnamon in the first place. But, like, I often just, like, completely avoid cinnamon when making, like, apple pie or pumpkin pie for this reason. Because it ends up just tasting like cinnamon. It's just way too strong. And I guess it's because cinnamon is a type of wood. That's what it is. At the end of the day, cinnamon is wood. I don't know how to describe it. Harsher tones, like up close, driftwoody. Not really a smell guy. It's fine not to be a smell guy. I mean, it's kind of like a weird fucking category of things, because I don't expect you to. But I enjoy these kinds of things because it's like a vibe check on a person, I guess. What do you guys think of me? Yeah? Next, you'll tell us you don't like pumpkin. I like pumpkin. Pumpkin is a... I mean, pumpkin doesn't really have much of a scent, but I like the taste of pumpkin. It's good. I'm very picky about things, or whatever. But actually, I'll give you the fucking answer. On one side, I like summery, and I like wintry fragrance. I mean, yes, pumpkin does get a scent when it starts rotting, but I'm not really a big fan of that, obviously, right? I like summer and winter specific fragrances, but not in the way that you'd think. I like orange coconut, like salt, like second skin sort of fragrances, because I'm always a big sucker for citrus. I love citrus. Not to drink or eat, really, unless it's in something sweet or whatever. But, man, like, bergamot, orange, coconut, those kinds of smells just get me going. I really love them. Put that, like, with a fragrantia or, like a neroli. I don't like white floral scents, though. And I don't like the smell of rose, either. I think it's way too much. For other scents, I like almond. I like red wine scents. Unironically, the mist after you cut an orange and grapefruit is OP. I mean, it smells it smells good. Let's see. I like the smell of milk. I like milk style fragrances. I like sesame. I like linen fragrances. I like almond and things. Ozone and aldehydes is another one. And I didn't expect you to get this one, but it's like the smell of something when it's really cold outside and it's like a very crisp sort of smell. I really enjoy that, actually. I do. It's kind of like the smell that's... It's not the smell of food in your fridge, it's the smell of your freezer. And this is a very specific smell or whatever. Or the smell of very, like, specific detergent. When detergent doesn't smell like a specific thing, I guess, is the main thing. I like the smell of blankets. I like the smell of, like, that kind of thing. Yeah, oh, I know, the freezing smell. Yeah, I like that. And it comes in, like, some fragrances, actually. But, like, if I want, like, a general fragrance, I'll go for citrus and coconut in general. Sometimes coconut leans too much into sunscreen, and I hate that. I always hate when they put sandalwood or, like, wood of any kind, because wood is just so... It's so strong. It feels like it cuts out every single other note that's in there. But I don't really like very gourmand scents, if that makes sense. I don't like things, like, I like sweet things, but I don't like sweet-smelling perfumes, if that makes sense. So, yeah, I like when a perfume smells clean, essentially. Or, like, mellow clean or bright clean is generally where I like it. I don't like the smell of flowers really much at all. Like lavender, I don't like the smell of very much. It's way too strong, or whatever. Would you die if your birthday cake if you had a birthday cake candle or a thing of pine sap incense? I like to leave the room when that happens, really. I mean, birthday cake candles don't smell much like anything, but, I don't like incense. Like, I'll go in the other room until it dissipates, really, because I can't stand it. I can't even stand, like, unburnt incense. I'm fine with, like, amber or musk incense or whatever. Incense. Not incense, I should say. Oh, cake scented candles specifically. Like, they're really fucked up and sweet. Yeah, I don't think I've ever smelled one of those, but it sounds awful. Like wax or whatever. Uh, I feel. Yeah, I feel. Yeah, scents slash perfumes aren't very fun when they feel like they draw too much attention. Yeah, like your Axe body sprays are like a very good example of that. I know some are designed like that, but it's not what I look for. Exactly. I mean, like, it's better when it's on your skin and it's like, it dries down or whatever, but still. Like, insanely vanilla sugar. Like, vanilla is such a, like, actual vanilla is such a pretty, like, scent, but, like, it's never that vanilla. We go with, like, what the like artificial vanilla, like vanilla, what's it called, extract, where it's just so it's way too much, and it just takes over. You don't get anything but vanilla. It's just so nauseatingly awful, and you're like, why the fuck was this ever released to the public for people to wear? It's like a hate crime, specifically to me. That's so mean. But yeah, I mean, like, I'm very particular about certain things. I know that some people don't like, citrus scents or whatever. And I know that some people can say that milk or whatever or aldehyde smell like fucked up in a weird way, but it's everyone's noses are different or whatever, right? Ozonic and aldehydes smell really good to me. If I want like a nice sort of creamy note, I'll go for like an almond, a coconut. Those are both really nice. So, like, I don't like when it's like headache levels of things. Like, I'll enjoy me like a slightly salty perfume, but like if we're going into like, it sucks because a lot of like cute dark perfumes just have way too much in there. What about mint? I'm not really a big fan of like eucalyptus mint, but I can deal with mint with other things. It's not my favorite, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. I mean, like, if it's just mint, I'm not really into it, you know? I know it's supposed to smell clean and cold or whatever, but to me, it's just, like, too herbal or whatever. Like, it makes me, like, think of both soap and, like, rosemary or whatever. So it's a weird combination unless they go with, like, a chocolate in there or whatever, and that could be fun, you know? Yeah, mint is a bit of a try-hard. I don't like it that much. Like, I can never wear, like, a mint thing or whatever anyway, because it's like, my relative absolutely despises mint or whatever. Yeah, usually have a basic mint gum sometimes, but I prefer heavily citrus gums flavor set and scents. Like, it's like really hard to fuck up like a citrus. Like, it can never really smell like too artificial or whatever, because like you're never gonna get that. Like, if you go for something like mango or banana or whatever, sometimes you'll be like, this smells, it's like a banana flavored thing rather than a banana thing specifically, unless you're going for like a high market price item, which can suck, you know? So, like, I get it. like, weirdly enough, orange is, like, perfect for that kind of thing. Yeah, like, those yellow banana candies and quarter machines. Like, because I think that, like, actual banana, like, when it's, like, mellow, is actually a very nice scent. I mean, sure, I'm not gonna really eat a fucking banana, right? But, like, that scent is kind of nice. It's, like, nice and sort of soft, sort of, like, milky. I'm not a big fan of powdery things. I'm not really a big fan of things that smell like baby powder or smell powdered in that sense or whatever. Like, a good example of this is, like, the smell of iris. That's a very powdery note. And, like, I can deal with it. It's just that I'm not, like, the biggest fan of it. Because it makes things smell old. It makes things smell very old. Like dust. And there are, there are perfumes out there that'll just put in whatever the fuck they want into perfume. Like, there's, like, several perfumes that have plastic in their notes because they want their perfumes to specifically smell like plastic something or whatever. Or tennis ball, I saw in one, like, thing. Kitten fur was another chord that was put in there. Let's see. Plastic is a very common one because they want you to get, like, that general, like, vibe or whatever. Like, they want you to truly be transported to someplace. And, like, I understand, like, the dedication, but sometimes I'm just like, man, this is crazy. And sometimes it's funny that those, like, scents can actually smell good. I guess it's because, like, plastic can sometimes, like, not be the worst smelling fucking thing in the world, but, like, still, it's crazy that they managed to do that, or whatever. I unironically like tires, asphalt, or motor oil. I mean, there aren't certain, like, what's it called? Perfumes out there that smell like rubber, and, like, you could actually pretty reliably find things that smell like those things. It's actually kind of, like, freaky in a way or whatever. And I find it, like, so interesting, the fact that they can just fucking do that because they want to. There's perfumes out there that smell specifically like blood. Well, one specifically is blood, sweat, tears, and a certain white thing or whatever. And they just decided, yeah, let's just fucking ship that. I mean, they didn't put any of those things in there, but they make it smell exactly like it. Like, you smell the sweat, you smell tears, you smell blood, and you smell the white thing, yeah? And, like, I don't know exactly why you would want to smell like that, but you can. You can buy it, and you can smell like that. I mean, also you could smell like that for free, but, you know, that's, I guess if you wanted, like, a longer lasting version of that, there's animalic notes and things. There's a bunch of weird fucking, like, accords that, like, make, like, certain fragrances smell exactly like something, and I find that so interesting. It's, like, such a specific art form, I guess, because they're just kind of expressing, like, certain things in a specific way, or whatever. Which is really interesting. Because it's not just about smelling pretty, it's about smelling like something, or whatever, for certain people. By the fireplace is one that smells exactly like being by the fireplace. Or warm bulb and by a candlestick are two very, very specific smells or whatever. Warm bulb smells exactly like, well, an old light bulb or whatever, one that hasn't been cleaned off in, like, ages or whatever. So you smell like, they put dust in there. Well, they put dust, like a dust scent in there. It smells warm. It smells like you're smelling a fucking light bulb or whatever. And uh, I guess if you want to smell like you are smelling a light bulb that hasn't been cleaned in ages, then you can wear that on your fucking body. And you know what? Fair enough. And I kind of think that's fucking fun. I mean, like, I wouldn't wear it, but also apparently that one isn't like totally awful compared to buy a candlestick or whatever. And like buy a candlestick smells exactly like a candlestick that is burnt straight down into the bottom of it, and like that old rancid wax smell, like from a candle that just has been there for way too long. And that's like crazy that they just decided, oh, fuck, yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me of those stupid trees that smell like semen, and people planted them in major cities. Well, they planted them in major cities because they thought the trees were pretty and they grow fucking everywhere. So they don't have to deal with a very like it's a hardy tree instead of like a weak pussy ass bitch tree. But yeah, they didn't account for the smell because they didn't realize that they bloomed into that kind of thing. I think they're called ginkgo or whatever, but I could be fucking wrong. I don't fucking remember it, honestly. Uh, I'm trying to come up with a pun with that for that, but I got nothing. You know what? Thanks for just being here, man. I mean, it's just a lot. It's a lot of information. Let's see. There's other clue fragrances out there. Let me fucking see. Fragrant, yeah, no. Clue. Let's see. The Point is the newest fragrance. Let's see. Morel map with the candlestick. Brewed with ocean water. The Point. Huh. Jasmine tea, crushed porcelain. What the fuck is going on right here, right now, on this goddamn day? Top note is what is the scientific origin of the new book and old book smell? Someone please describe the chemical breakdown. Well, you see, you got paper and ink for new book, and old book smells like fucking dust and rotting paper. Hope this helped. Let's see. For The Point, it is a cartoon drawing of jasmine tea, crushed porcelain, honey-soaked patchouli, the middle note, ocean water, ambergris, and wet sand. Why did you put wet sand in this fucking thing? I mean, mineralic, bright, oceanic. I don't like patchouli. I should also mention that. That's crazy, man. Oh, they got a fucking music thing for this too. That's crazy. Do they have it in their discovery set as a sample set? Oh yeah, they do. That's great. I think I might. Well, no, I don't really like jasmine. I don't think I'd like that. Oh, there's a candle for Man Cave and Wet Basement. Oh, beautiful. Patchouli, the character from Toho. Yes, I'm a famous Toho enjoyer slash hater, I guess, in this instance. I hate, whatever the fuck. I don't even... Is Patchouli the one with the purple hair? I don't know, man. I am not gonna fucking color this, man. I am not in the fucking mood to do that. Sorry to all my color enjoyers out there, but nah. I am not doing that. I don't know if it's purple, I'm colorblind. What? Golden, I don't think... I guess maybe I just fucking forgot. But, man, you're fucking colorblind? That's like crazy, man. It's crazy, bro. Let's see. I'm epic and cool. Yeah, like, I don't know if it's purple or blue. I think it's purple. I don't know. I haven't really looked at a Toho character in, like, ages. I mean, I'm not really a big Toho enjoyer, but I'm not a bullet hell enjoyer, so the only thing I really know the stuff from is, like, the abundance of it on the internet, and its songs, like Bad Apple, and the other like, the Night of, like, 100 Flowering Things, or whatever, because that shit goes hard. I mean, Toho fans are, like, really, like, I do not have any interest in Toho other than the Fumos. Very solid, very cool. Toho is, like, one of these fandoms that have been there for, like, ages, and they just never have, like, stopped, really. And I find that really interesting, you know? I guess other fandoms have been there longer, like, Evangelion and stuff like that. The guy who lost their Fumo in the river and went downstream to catch it. It's so sad. Guys, put F in the fucking chat for this fucking guy, man. What the hell? This fucking guy. Yeah, this was pretty good, actually. Toho kind of like in that stream where a lot of older creators are somehow linked to it if you look far enough, like Homestuck. Yeah, that is true, actually. Homestuck is like a weird one, too. I mean, God, I was never into it because I was a Hetalia person.
Okay, I like it, Picasso.
I was never into it like I was, like, I never read Homestuck. And I never really knew what the fuck the characters were really called. Really? Not really anything like that. Because I was, like, a Hetalia person, actually. It's kind of funny. Which, it's weird that the fact that, like, Hetalia is, like, a weirder... Slenderman is in the same area as Homestuck, yeah. It's weird that Homestuck had more controversies, like, related to everything related to it and its fan base than Hetalia. Because Hetalia seems like such a powder keg for, like, awful historical jokes, but it just... Everyone was just too busy drawing fucking Yowie for that to happen. So we just never really did that. We never had a Homestuck Sharpie incident, I guess. So I say we like I was like really a active part of it. I mean, like I was actively interested in it as like back in that day, but you know, I wasn't like active. I wasn't going to conventions. I don't know how annoying Italia people were back then. Yeah, Italia pretty much seems BL. I mean, there was some girls' love in there too, but it was mostly BL. They got some Canadian soft boy character. Canada is actually really fun as a character. Italia does have women. I know this is hard to imagine, but yes, Italia does have women. And not all of them are named Hungary. We've got, like, Taiwan and Vietnam. Seychelles is also one. I mean, there's not many women, I should say, but they are kissing each other, if that's what you want to know. Liechtenstein is also a woman. I mean, there's also a lot of fucking countries, to be fair. I mean, quite a majority of them are men, mostly for BL purposes. I think BL purposes anyway. It's actually funny that, like, modern Hetalia comics, like, I guess I never expected Mr. Hetalia Man to be still drawing Hetalia after all this time, but he still is. And apparently, like, Hetalia America, right? He is into collecting Furbies, which is a very funny thing. Because, like, there's, like, this whole fucking, like, little panel of them just, like, going over, like, all of the different kinds of Furby mods. Like, Long Furby was in a Hetalia comic. And I want you to know that like, custom Furby culture was adapted into Hetalia. And that is fucking hilarious to me. Like, it's also just, like, really good. It's really fucking good, man. Why are you puffed up like that? Why are you scared like a fucking cat? Like, I mean... Also, to me, Italia America, like, reminds me of Slimesicle for some reason. And I don't understand that. It has nothing to do with Slimesicle. He's just like that. Now, nowadays, like, there was a lot, like, I guess back in the day, or whatever, there was a lot of, like, slightly incestuous pairings, and that was, like, the main thing that people were, like, really, like, going on about. And I was like, yeah, why the fuck are we, like, basically shipping America with his dad? Or, like, shipping Italy with his dad? Like, what's happening here? I mean, technically, countries... Okay, so I should probably talk about, like, the fact that the countries are not humans, they are immortal beings that have no mother or father. Also, they don't represent, like, the president at the time. The president at the time are their bosses, I should say. Or like, they're, like, the leader of the country or whatever doesn't actually have much to do with their feelings about certain things. They are more of the will of the people kind of thing. They are essentially a zeitgeist of, like, the general public or whatever. So technically, like, countries are fucking weird in this goddamn story. Also, like, because countries can technically sort of die, but not really. But they live for thousands and thousands of years. Sometimes they get reborn and stuff like that. Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. Yeah, I mean, it's really cool, or whatever. Like, and it also depends on, like, countries grow and develop based off of infrastructure and that kind of thing. So, like, countries like Canada stayed small during the Revolutionary War because Canada wasn't actually, like, really challenged to do much and grow and become their own country at that point in time. So, America grew very fast and very quick. So, that's all very interesting. I find it very cool and that kind of thing. Also, they like the anime and some manga panels do talk about the fact that, like, countries tend to have human friends or whatever, and a lot of the time, like, it's their first experience of heartbreak or whatever, right? It's really interesting, like, because it's like it really shows the fact that, like, you know, they, like, an immortal's true plight, essentially, or whatever, because like, what may be like a few years for them is an entire lifetime or whatever. Like, they experience, the ones that I remember are France and America or whatever. And this was when America was still, like, a child, very small. And he made friends with this other child or whatever in, like, colonial times. And this child eventually grew up, whereas America stayed a child. And they had an entire, like, lineage and stuff like that before America could give him his gift or whatever. And he had to give it to him on his coffin, on his deathbed or whatever. Because America didn't realize that people, like, that him and other people were different in any sense of the word. Because he looks exactly like a human or whatever, but he's not. He's not a human. And technically he also, like, has, like, weird fucking powers or whatever. It's a really, like, Hitalia's very silly, and it's mostly just anecdotes about history and the weird stuff that happened during that time period or whatever. But they also just sometimes decide, you know what, let's actually go, like, really fucking dark, actually. Let's go where we actually have these characters be actual characters, or whatever. Because, like, America, like, normally is, like, a really cheerful, friendly sort of guy, or whatever. But, it, like, he's also just straight up fucking depressed. Like, and that's not even, like, a fanon thing. He actually is. He's jealous of his brother. Well, he's not even really jealous of Canada. He admires Canada's ability to be liked by every single person or whatever. Whereas his brother, Canada, like, resents him for being so, like, attention-getting or whatever, that no one notices him or whatever. That he is lumped in with America and all of his faults all the time. Whereas America sees that sort of, like, invisibility as a luxury or whatever. That he has to, like, keep up appearances and that kind of thing all the fucking time. And I find that a very interesting dynamic, because they don't actually hate each other. They're siblings. They have a certain sort of rivalry. They enjoy playing catch and stuff like that, and enjoy, like, making fun of each other just a little bit. And it's actually very cute. It's just that, like, they also have problems with one another. And I find that a really interesting little dynamic in there. And there's tons of little dynamics like that in there. And you're like, the show, like, was sort of, like, well written for like 2 fucking seconds. But I guess it's because, like, the person writing it is actually talented. They just also wanted to make a mostly comedy manga. So, that's what they're fucking doing. And you know what? All the more power to them. Man. The one that gets me the most, or whatever, is, like, America looking back at, like, Revolutionary War, like, memorabilia, when he's cleaning out his house, and just reminiscing about, like, what led to this point and all that stuff, and how he's not even really quite sure if he's forgiven England or whatever for all that. Because, I mean, like, having beef with another immortal kind of is, like, totally a fucking big deal or whatever, you know? And it's kind of funny. I guess, like, that episode isn't actually all that funny, but, you know. I enjoy the dynamics that these characters give one another. And the fact that they've got such a long-standing history or whatever to just play around in these environments, you know, lends credence to the fact that they've got a lot of, like, little quirks that they can give each and every one of them. So, yeah. I mean, I like certain characters more than others. Obviously, I have a preference. But, like, I do recommend, like, a lot of Italia. I mean, I don't recommend the entire series. I mean, like, I know that there's dips in quality and some weird shit that goes on. Especially in earlier chapters when it was, like, in the 2000s or whatever. But in general, I do recommend it. I do. I'm too scared of Britain. Don't worry, he's shit on the entire fucking time. I've grown a new enlightenment for... new appreciation for Italia. Thank you for the enlightenment. I mean, it's no problem. You don't actually have to fucking watch or read Italia. It's just, like, a very interesting part of everything, or whatever. Like, it's such a, like, specific moment in time, or whatever, that, like, Italia was, like, very, very popular with everyone, or whatever. And I guess it was when the Funimation dub came out of it. I wonder if your Italia phase influenced your interest in the potential of Euros. God, that's such an awful statement, but, like, yeah, it's like, you're probably not wrong. Oh god, that's awful, huh? But, like, I do enjoy, like, immortal characters or whatever, like, so it's probably the case or whatever. There we are. God. Comedy characters that are also immortal beings that have, like, deeper, more nuanced characters. That's fucking crazy. I have to fucking turn off the fucking stream, man. That's it. Stream's over. Everyone go home. Alright. I mean, I'm fucking done with this. I'm too scared of Britain. Golden, you don't have to be scared. The man gets, like, totally, like, dunked on most of the fucking time. As he should. Britain should be dunked on most of the time. He's stupid. Yeah. In character is fucking stupid. I'm glad that they have translated them very well, as awful as that is. Anyway, that being said, I'm gonna actually call it a night. I hope that everyone has a good day, a good rest of your day, a good rest of your night, a good rest of your evening. I'll see you guys next time with bingo. I don't know if you guys want to do blackout bingo or maybe something else, but let me know. I really do want to know. Because I think it'd be fun. Anyway. I really do enjoy it. Let's see. With that being said, I'll see you guys next time with another stupid ass fucking stream. Good night, folks. Goodbye.